He called me earlier. It's like, yo, when you spar, I'm gonna come to the gym. I'm like, I'm gonna spar at 4 o'clock. I really didn't think he was gonna pull up, but he pulled up. It means everything. His advice and listening to him in the ring. He calling out little shit. I'm trying to make sure I do what he says. So a hell of a blessing to have Bud, Floyd, all these guys backing me, and I appreciate them. I'm just trying to keep pushing and keep getting better and better.
The most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
This isn't a hype video. This isn't a highlight reel. And this definitely isn't Floyd Mayweather showing up just to smile for the camera. This is chess being played in a gym that smells like sweat, discipline, and quiet intimidation. When Shakur Stevenson trains with Floyd Mayweather Jr. ahead of a fight with Teofimo Lopez, it's not for Instagram. It's not for headlines. It's for something far more dangerous, control. And the wild part?
Oh, it was so amazing. It was, but now I'm kind of so used to like, yes, it feels so normal. Like, honestly, that's why me and like Floyd is so like close now, because it's like I'm a genuine person, and he don't like he like genuine people around. So,
do you think he sees a lot of you in himself?
Yeah, he do. I know he do, but like I said, I feel as though I appreciate them guys. I appreciate them. I really don't even look at them like how everybody else look at them. I look at them
friends.
Yeah, like it's like cool people.
None of it looks loud, no screaming, no theatrics. Just a slow, deliberate dismantling of chaos before chaos even shows up. Inside this camp, Shakur isn't training to win rounds. He's training to delete options. Every drill, every movement, every breath is designed to make pressure feel boring. Fast-paced rounds with short rest breaks aren't there to build highlight stamina. They're there to teach the body to stay calm when lungs burn and legs want mercy. This is about normalizing stress until pressure loses its power.
So Floyd, when you think about the fighters who are fighting now, can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? The lightweight, who you would put where?
Well, you got guys fighting between 130, 135, and 140. They stack, around that area. So, I mean, as of right now,
skills that pay the bills.
The most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got.
When Teofimo explodes forward, Shakur's conditioning says, "We've been here already. This is familiar. Try something else." And here's where it gets disrespectful in the most surgical way possible. Shakur's drills are built around being rushed on purpose. Coaches and sparring partners crash into his space relentlessly, forcing him to reset distance instantly. Not later. Not after thinking. Immediately. Pressure doesn't surprise him. It activates muscle memory. Step out. Angle off. Reset the board. What looks boring to casual fans is actually suffocation in slow motion.
Sort of last couple from me, what's the sort of best bit of advice he's given? You've obviously got so many people you can call on. You're in a very fortunate position like that, and you've got a strong team. What's the sort of best bit of advice he's given you in this game?
A lot of advice he would give me is like boxing related, and he always wanted to show me like little tricks and little things that I could take with me. And that's why I fuck with Floyd heavy, because a lot of people be hating on him, but they don't understand he really like a real dude. And it's even crazier? A lot of people be seeing him like when he around, he come with like 15, 16 people. I swear he had to be at the gym with like 2 or 3 people. 2 or 3 people chilling. It was a normal vibe for him. It was regular. He was comfortable, and I think that side of Floyd, I think that's the side.
Motion. Teofimo doesn't get to feel momentum, he doesn't get rhythm, he doesn't get comfort, he just gets denied. Defensively, Shakur's camp is obsessed with tiny mistakes. The kind casual viewers don't even notice, after a jab, after a check hook, after a touch that might give the opponent confidence. That's where Shakur automatically steps away or pivots, erasing the idea that anything meaningful landed.
He's a fighter. You know, he's gonna have a great career. Crazy skills, good boxing ability, and I will always be proud of him, always. You know, that's why, even like Shakur, you know, I had a chance to train him the other day.
Have the winner of the two, so, I mean, who do you think wins that fight? I mean, do you think Shakur will be able to?
I think Shakur would win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We know Shakur's a great boxer, and we just seen what I did to Teofimo, so I think Shakur will be able to box him out.
Confidence in boxing is fragile. Shakur knows that. One clean shot can make a fighter believe, so the goal is simple. Don't let belief grow. Let frustration mature instead. His footwork tells the real story. These aren't flashy dances. These are small, calculated steps that keep Teofimo close enough to feel brave, but never stable enough to succeed. It's the cruelest distance in boxing.
To learn how to cut off the ring. We'll see. You know, I think, yeah, I don't. It's gonna be hard for Teofimo to get in some punch.
I guess asking you, being in the ring with Teofimo, was there anything that surprised you with him in terms of not the success you had, but like, was there anything you thought would be harder or anything that he did that you didn't expect?
No, everything, training camp went so well for that fight that everything I seen, I already expected and
close enough to tempt, far enough to punish. Teofimo swings, thinking he's there. He's not. And every miss costs him emotionally. Every miss whispers doubt. By the middle rounds, Shakur isn't just fighting a boxer, he's fighting a man questioning his own timing. Mentally, this camp is ruthless. Shakur isn't just studying Teofimo's highlights. He's studying habits, the way he resets, the moments he overreaches, the patterns he falls into when frustrated. Because once a fighter becomes predictable, the fight is already over. It just hasn't been announced yet. By the time this reaches the later rounds, Shakur's goal is to know what's coming before Teofimo does.
I like Shakur for the dub. I like Shakur for the dub because he knows how to win. Like, he knows how to win. You know what I'm saying? And he's always prepared to win. So, and I think Shakur respects Teo to the point where he's gonna train like he's never trained before. Because this is a great fight for him. This is probably the best fight of his career up to date. Even though he's been in some great fights, this is probably the best opponent. So what I hear you saying is, when you're tracking a guy down and getting out of the habit of loading up one shot, that means you got to take smaller steps and put smaller shots together. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense where Teo like to jump, you got to stop that jumping. You know what I mean? Take smaller steps, inching behind smaller jabs, smaller right hand.
Then there's Floyd, not yelling, not posing, just watching, correcting, reinforcing discipline. The presence alone changes the temperature of the room. Floyd doesn't teach aggression here. He teaches denial. He teaches the art of touching without being touched, of winning rounds without leaving evidence. This is where the boring label gets weaponized, because boring to the crowd often means devastating to the opponent. Floyd built an entire legacy on that truth, and Shakur is clearly studying the blueprint with malicious patience. Former fighters see it immediately. Shawn Porter explains it best. Shakur's constant resetting isn't hesitation.
Does the best version of Teo have to come out to be Shakur?
Not just the best, it got to be the unheard of version, the version we have never seen. You know what I'm saying? It got to be different. I'm telling you, he can't approach Teo like he approached everybody else. He can't approach Shakur like he approached everybody else, and he can't approach Shakur like, you know, like, all right, I did whatever I had to do in camp. He gonna fall to me. He gonna fall to my. It don't work like that with
Madam, like if I'm Teofimo, the reason I took that fight is because I say if I can get in the same positions, I can get to those spots where I can hit Shakur clean. Can Teofimo hurt Shakur with one shot? Can he hurt him clean? He hasn't been a killer, as much of a killer at 140, and after Cambosis, he hasn't been the same in my opinion. But he's still explosive and still dangerous in the first 7 rounds. You know what I'm saying? First 8 rounds. So I think it's a good fight. I like the fight actually because of that. Teofimo got the explosive punching power on his side and good athleticism, and Shakur has superior boxer IQ, good range, good distance. So it's great. It's good boxer versus good athlete.
It's suffocation. Teofimo needs rhythm breaks to be dangerous. He feeds on momentum and emotion. Shakur cuts that oxygen supply every time he steps out and resets. Porter points out Shakur's low hit rate and high offensive accuracy, not as trivia, but as evidence. This isn't survival, this is efficiency. Then you explain it to fans who want chaos and they say, he's boring, which is hilarious because boring is just what dominance looks like when it's quiet. Boxing has trained people to expect fireworks. Shakur offers silence, and silence drives aggressive fighters insane. Bernie Thawboxer calls it the cursed range, that zone where opponents feel close enough to attack but end up looking foolish. He compares it directly to the Mayweather effect.
Like a lot of fights, he needs this name in order to silence a lot of the naysayers. Because people talk a lot of shit about Shakur, especially after the De La Santos fight. I don't think the Zabata fight took it off of him, even though they tried to make it seem like it should be off him at this point. I don't think that fight was the one. I think Teofimo is a name that will shut everybody up if Shakur can go dominate early. He got a chance to get Shakur for sure. You know what I mean? But his is going to come from blunt force trauma, not attrition. I think Shakur is obviously the dominant of the two in regards to the class. He's in a different class. But a fight is a fight. So if Teofimo can punch you in the mouth and change that game plan, then he got a shot. But he got to do it.
That slow accumulation of frustration where nothing dramatic happens, yet everything is being taken away. The jab lands, the counter lands, the miss stacks, the clock keeps moving. And suddenly the opponent realizes they've been losing without bleeding. Bernie also throws subtle shade at Teofimo's recent form. Not explosive, not dominant. Flashes of brilliance, yes. But flashes aren't enough against someone who refuses to play emotionally. Against Shakur, moments don't win fights. Minutes do. Even Jose Benavidez Sr. acknowledges the skill while voicing the criticism fans repeat. Shakur doesn't take risks. He makes fights boring. And here's the cheeky truth. That's the point. Risk is optional when control is absolute. Benavidez believes a focused Teofimo is dangerous, and he's right. But focus is hard to maintain when every round feels like you're shadowboxing air while getting touched just enough to stay annoyed. This is why insiders respect this camp. It's not flashy. It's not loud. It's surgical. It's designed to make a dangerous fighter feel useless without ever knocking him down. And when the bell rings at the end, the real shock won't be who won. It'll be how little drama it took. Because when emotion meets discipline, emotion usually loses. And if Teofimo's truth is built on moments, while Shakur's truth is built on denial, then this fight won't be decided by who shines brighter. It'll be decided by whose reality survives sustained pressure. Inside this camp, one thing is already clear. Shakur isn't training to entertain. He's training to suffocate. And that might be the most terrifying strategy of all.